The story of Fade starts in 2017 when we got our first trail cam picture of this cool looking 3.5-year-old. He sits so high off his head, we nicknamed him Fade because of the high and tight haircut. And 2018, he rolls around and absolutely blows up into this huge, cool looking 4-year-old. And I tell you what, he was pretty cool looking, and he was high on my hit list. And actually, a lot of people don't know this, but I actually missed him with a gun.
So as a 4-year-old Fade, we were really kind of on the fence about him to begin with, and there for a longest time we just decided we probably weren't going to shoot him if we had the chance, because we hoped that he would really flat out explode like he did from the previous year to now. So here we are, opening day of first gun season in 2018. We have our first encounter with Fade. It's a nice snowy morning. Jesse's behind the gun. We're sitting there seeing a few deer. I look out across the creek and we notice a buck breeding a doe. Well, at the time, we didn't really know if it was Fade or not because it was so dark outside. So we're sitting here, it gets a little lighter, we notice that it's Fade. And then Jesse's like, man, I don't know if I want to shoot him or not. He's like, he could be something special. So I'm sitting here being the devil's advocate in the background. I'm like, dude, just shoot him. There's guys like 350 yards away on the same side of the creek he's on. If he goes over there, they're definitely going to shoot him. So you might as well be the one to kill him. Well, Jesse shoots and bags himself a locust tree.
There he is, straight up the middle. Oh my God. God, he's big. He's big. Oh my God. He's gonna chase her back. Too far. Missed. Yep, he's standing there.
So 2018 has came and went and Fade survived. Our neighbor to the north, Zach, found his sheds, and we still have yet to see them. He's pretty sneaky about his stuff. But 2019 summer goes by, 2019 fall comes. It's October. We've got our mock scrapes out with our Gravedigger from Code Blue, and cameras are thumping. We're getting 2 deer that we knew for sure we were going to want to be after, and that was Hurricane and Fade in our scrapes pretty regularly.
Alright, I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. The more that I fidget around and move, the louder I get. This morning has been nothing less than an escapade. I was pretty mad when I got in here this morning. Spooked a bunch of deer trying to get in here. And I don't know why it's been that way this year, but spooked a whole pile of deer. Well, made a whole bunch of racket getting in here, getting set up. But I did see a 5-year-old that Jesse and I know extremely well. Fade came through at 70 yards. It's pretty calm. And I probably could have made this shot, but I'm going to go for a better opportunity than that. So, he lives to fight another day, or even if maybe a few more hours. So, I'm looking for that 32-yard crack right here in a wide open inner shooting lane rather than a 70-yard Hail Mary. Some people are comfortable with it. I'm just not doing it. Saw a big one. Been waiting 10 days for that.
So as we're going through the 19 deer season, Fade is visible as any deer we've ever hunted. He's in our farm every couple of days in the daylight. We're getting pictures of him, and we're seeing him from time to time. We actually have had probably 2 encounters with him up until mid-November. One nice cold November morning, I was by myself, and here he comes down the fence line. I was just hoping he was going to jump the fence, and he just never did.
Well, guys, we have pulled out all the stops for this one. We are in here hunting Fade. He has been in here the last couple days, and he's been in daylight one of those days, and he's been all in right here. So he likes to hang out in this corner post. It's like 100 yards. He likes just to work this right here. So there just happened to be this piece of old farm equipment that the landowner put here. I've crawled in it, and And where he likes to hang out is 100 yards. I mean, and then right here, obviously, is pretty close to point blank. He's been on this trail camera right behind us at like 60 yards, what feels like a gazillion times in daylight. We just cannot be here the days he is, but if he's in here today, he's got a world of hurt coming, because I've got a perfectly good rest here. He's well in range, and I think it's time to end the story of Fade, hopefully tonight.
For how visible this deer has been, he's extremely elusive, because we've seen him 4 or 5 times, and we either pick the wrong tree, or we've worked, or something has gone on where we just cannot get this deer in front of us. And muzzleloader season's here now, and it's brutal temperatures.
The last go around to kill a buck with a gun. And we are out in probably our best spot, I would say. We've got bedding just across the road. What these deer are doing is they're crossing the road, coming up and feeding our cut corn. So we're hoping we can catch one of these 4 bucks that are in here that we want to kill. And if none of those guys come out last light, I'm gonna shoot a doe if one's out here.
Matt and I have moved a blind into our property over a cut cornfield, and we're sitting there, and these deer start pouring out in the staging area, and all of a sudden Fade steps out. Perfect. Here he comes, crosses the road right by us. All he has to do is come up the hill, and he's going to be within gun range. For some reason, he stayed low and just worked around us and decided to come up in and feed 350 yards out. Our night's over.
We've got a trail that comes across and they come up through this. We've got a trail that comes straight through, comes up in the middle of the field. Or sometimes they'll come out of here and they'll jump in and come up this pole and come along the fence. Their destination fields are right here. They're feeding in our corn right here. We've got our blind set up here. So what Fade did is he staged out in this field, crossed right through where we wanted him to. We were hoping he was going to come right up into the field. Instead, he hooked on our truck path, stayed low, and come out over here. Came across and looped around us last night. So if we drag the blind from this corner all the way over here, we'll have the best of both worlds. We can shoot the field and we can shoot down over the hill.
So Fade eluded us. We have a killer snowstorm coming in, and we thought our season was pretty much being over. I had a lot of overtime I was going to be working, and we just weren't sure if we were going to get out. But 4 o'clock rolls around the next morning. My boss texted me, hey, we're snowed out for the day. So my mind immediately started turning from that point on. What did I need to do this next night to move this blind? What I needed to do, whatever it took to kill this deer. So I got the wild hair up my ass. I hooked a strap up to the platform the blind's sitting on and boogied it across the field and tucked it in a nice little row of trees where the deer, if they were in the bottom field, they weren't going to be able to see it. Or if the deer stayed low like they did the night before, it was going to be like a 40-yard shot. So moved the blind, we got back in, and just let the night unfold.
You and Cooper playing in the snow?
Yeah.
No, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Cheesing.
This is good. This is good stuff. Well, I moved the blind at about noon today. We were out here last night muzzleloader hunting, and Fade came around the bottom of this hill and stayed low around us, otherwise he'd be dead. So I moved the blind over here. I've got quite a little bit of cutting to do to get a shooting lane down at the bottom of the hill, and even then it's still going to be like a 40-yard shot. So we're going to get to it and get in the blind and wait till dark. cold over here. Definitely cold. Some more coming out of the timber. They're staring up the road for whatever reason. There's some coming to the right too. She's 50 yards. Matt. You got him now? Yep. I arrowed him. He jumped the fence. He's going down. He's going to go down right there. He's 50 yards. I don't see him. He's down, buddy. He's freaking down. I've never hunted so hard in my freaking life. There's only one person I need to call. Well, the most important one. I shot him.
You shot the buck?
Yep.
Did you hear that, Abby?
Yep, I did.
Are you crying?
A little bit, yeah.
Why?
Because it's been a long time coming.
You act like you don't shoot a big deer every damn year.
Oh, well, this year's different. Mavi.
Wait, which one did you shoot?
The one Jesse wants to shoot. Daddy's gonna make sure he's dead, and then I'll come get you, and you can help me find him.
Babe, it's pretty cold for that.
All right.
Why don't you just find him and bring him home?
Okay. All right. Love you.
Love you.
Bye. He's dead right there. He's laying 20 yards on the other side of the fence. Yeah. Freaking Vertex took him down at 52 yards. Oh my God. Oh, what a gorgeous freaking animal. Holy shit, dude. Oh, I forgot how good this feels. Oh, that's amazing. He is freaking beautiful, dude. That deer is freaking gorgeous. All right, so this is the elusive, very elusive fade. We have been hunting him for 2 years now, and we finally tonight, I don't even know what day it is anymore, got it done. A 5.5-year-old deer that had just given me and Jesse the roundabout all year. A little bit further than I would have liked to have shot him, but I mean, come on, you can't not take your chances when God gives them to you. And I am freaking elated. He's a giant. He is a freaking giant. I'm sorry, Jesse, this is the one you wanted, but at least you were here. Oh, what a gorgeous animal. Garrett.
Did you just kill a buck?
Fade is dead.
Holy shit!
52 yards.
No way!
Yep, 52 yards. I am looking at him
You
right
shot him?
I shot him at 52 yards, and I'm looking at him right now.
No freaking way!
Yep.
What a buck!
What is that?
A deer?
Look at him. Is he pretty?
Yeah.
Is he very pretty?
Yeah, there's some deer blood.
Is there some deer blood there?
Yeah. Daddy. I took the handle.
The handles? It's the antlers. Either sex leg tag, archery permit. There it is.
a pen or pencil handy to record your 10-character confirmation number. 6LS8.
He was staring at the blind.
Dad, you're shooting.
Did I shoot him?
Yeah.
If you like listening to hunting stories as much as watching them, then check out our podcast. The Last Breath Huntcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all other major podcast platforms.